What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about X-Men. This is the first video on this channel where I'm going to talk about this franchise, where I'm actually a huge fan of the franchise. I love most of the X-Men movies. There's only a couple that I don't like. I even like the New Mutants movie that came out a couple years ago, and it's just it's my favorite comic book franchise as far as, on film. So love the X-Men universe. Did not love the fact that, of course, Disney is now the owners of the X-Men universe, because Disney, to me, they've already destroyed a couple of franchises. Star Wars mainly is one of, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, not anymore. And, everything Disney touches, there's a good chance it could turn to absolute crap. And it looks like already they are, working on X-Men here by saying that they're actually going to drop the men from X-Men over concerns the title is not inclusive. Yes, completely serious. Just call him Wolverine, and that's the title here. Marvel Studios' new woke president, Victoria Alonso, is considering dropping the men from X-Men to make the brand more inclusive. Absolutely crazy. In a recent interview with Nuke the Fridge, Alonso, who just 4 days ago was promoted to president of physical post-production, VFX, and animation, hinted that the internal thinking is the name X-Men isn't sufficiently inclusive. The name X-Men, that's gone, that's been the name forever. Just because something's been that forever doesn't necessarily mean it's right. But in this particular case, there's nothing wrong with this name. X-Men. Men, you can be a woman and be an X-Men. There's plenty of women X-Men. The men in this term is not mean male. It just refers to ex-humans, mankind, as in man, people, X-Men. It applies to both women, men, whatever. If you are in this group, you're an X-Men. You're part of the X-Men, and that's the name of the group. You have human, you have woman, you have man, you have X-Men. X-Man. It's just, I don't think I feel like I need to explain it any further than that. I mean, this is not meant to mean men only. X-Men is just the name of the group. It always has been, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a badass name. What are you going to call it? X-People? That sounds ridiculous. So I hate this already. Really not excited about what Disney's going to do with the X-Men franchise at all. And I mean, we already saw it wasn't going in a very good direction with Dark Phoenix. But I thought New Mutants was all right. I actually enjoyed it. But, overall, I think it's run its course. I don't think we're ever going to get movies as good as the original two or even three. Actually, don't mind the third one, The Last Stand, but yeah. And then there were some great ones to follow here with Days of Future Past and just some really good films. It's a really fun franchise, but I think it's pretty much done for. I don't even want to see the future movies that Disney's going to throw out there. I might, just to be able to review them here, but I'm dreading what we're going to see. I don't know where the future is going. It's funny that people call it X-Men. It's funny that people call it the X-Men. That's funny. That's what it is. X-Men. There's a lot of female superheroes in that X-Men group. Exactly. Exactly. Because they're people. Men. Mankind. X-Men. X-Men. So I think it's outdated, she said. Well, of course you do. Just these people that are running these studios that could give a freak about the actual property. Just like Kathleen Kennedy over at Star Wars. Do you think she cares about Star Wars? No. She could give a freak about Star Wars. She doesn't care about it, and they have no clue what they're doing over there. Alonso added that the other Marvel non-movie properties are undergoing similar woke changes, a company directive that Kevin Feige, a longtime Marvel executive, has been working on in recent years to better integrate the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the comic books, which have trended downward in a change in wokeness. And these are just gonna bomb. People are not gonna go watch this crap. You have to have writers, producers, and people who actually care, directors, people who care about these properties at least somewhat. I'm not saying that you go find a random fan. Obviously they have to be the best people for the job. They have to know what they're doing, but they also have to have some kind of a knowledge. They have to be able to do their research at least and have some kind of a passion for what they're doing here and understand it at least somewhat. And that's just not been the case here. Although the potential name change for one of Marvel's biggest properties is rooted in a more progressive approach Oh, geez, I mean, again, I'm all for diversity. I'm all for all, every, normal person who's not something wrong with them is for diversity. They don't have a problem with different genders, different races, different whatever. It's all fine. But they're just never going to be satisfied and always have to find something to be offended over. X-Men? We're going to change the name of X-Men? Are you kidding me? I mean, it's just too much. And I don't know whatever they're going to call it. I mean, it's not going to be X-Men, so it's not X-Men. I don't know how they're going to do it. They're never going to cast any, as good as Hugh Jackman was as Wolverine, Halle Berry as Storm. So, we'll see. Obviously, Patrick Stewart here. I mean, just great casting, but yeah, we'll see. Since acquiring Marvel, Disney has slowly been incorporating elements of the X-Men franchise into its other properties, with the Disney Plus series WandaVision introducing Sword, blah, 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 blah. And, okay, so Marvel has already been playing with new potential names for X-Men, with the studio currently developing an X-Men-based feature film tentatively titled The Mutants. The Mutants, falling in line with 2020's The New Mutants, which was the 13th and final installment in the X-Men film series as the franchise looks to expand further into the MCU. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, those 13 films, that's it. That's the franchise. Anything else is Disney era crap. And we'll have to see. I mean, I know that Disney, kind of bought it before those at least before the last film, but I'm still going to consider those 13. That's it. And we'll see. Of course, New Mutants was kind of removed from it, but I still consider that an X-Men movie. And even though none of the old characters were back, but all in all, we'll see what they do with X-Men. I'm not like completely mad about it because we've got plenty of X-Men movies, and I think the great X-Men era is already in the past. In the future, at least the near future, is just going to be complete garbage. That's what I expect, and we'll have to wait and see. But here's a poster of the New Mutants. I like this movie, so it's not impossible. Hey, I might like the new Disney X-Men movie. I guess it's possible. But and I'll be fair, if I decide to check it out. But the fact that if they do change the name from X-Men, I think that's pathetic. I think it's horrible. I don't think it's going to help at all. The last time they tried to go crazy with wokeness here in Dark Phoenix, that movie bombed. That movie did not do well. People did not like that movie. I didn't like that movie. And you could say there's some of that in New Mutants too, but honestly, I didn't think it was as bad in the New Mutants. I thought it was. I thought that was a good movie. I enjoyed it, but not great, but good. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm a huge X-Men fan, so hope to someday review the whole franchise on this channel. Definitely will do that when and if we get a release date for the next X-Men movie. For now, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. I think it's just a stupid idea to change the name. I think it's terrible. I think they're just ruining movies. I think anything Disney touches these days goes to complete crap. I mean, they can make some good original movies. The New Guy was good, and although they took that from 20th Century Fox too, but I like that movie a lot. That was a really good movie, but it was an original idea. As far as taking old properties, beloved properties, yeah, not a good track record for Disney, but we'll see. So you guys have a great day. Thank you for checking out this video. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. We will talk to y'all next time.